So you guys are wondering where I've been for 2 years. Well, I don't entirely have an answer, but this is what I've been told. So basically I was on a long ass road trip that I didn't want to go cause I knew shit would happen on the way, but my parents forced me to go since they said I was always on my computer doing nothing all day. Like, okay, that isn't really your problem and just learn to mind your fucking business. Anyways, on the day of the trip I was sitting at the window all pissed off that I suddenly wasn't feeling well. I immediately told my parents that they needed to pull over and that I really needed to use the bathroom and I wasn't feeling well. These bitches said no, as we're literally in the middle of the highway and that we missed the turn to the bathroom. Like, motherfucker, there's literally a sign on the road and yet you both didn't bother to turn for a break but instead had to keep driving and tell me that we can just go to the next stop. Like, bitch, this car is literally gonna become a war zone soon if you guys don't pull over. And before I could say anything else I suddenly threw up and shit myself at the same time. It went up to the front of the car and covered the windows. The smell was so bad that all of us immediately started gasping for air and before I knew it the car suddenly spun out of control and hit the side of the road. The other cars immediately stopped to see what was going on and next thing I knew I was in the hospital. The nurses explained to me what had happened and that I was out for 2 years but luckily everyone survived. They showed me a video from one of the witnesses that stopped to see what was happening and that's when I saw the car was covered in shit. So much shit that it broke the windows and it was pouring out like a chocolate fountain that it got onto the road that you could make so many desserts with it. I was so embarrassed after this but the doctors and nurses told me that it'll be fine. I was eventually discharged and my parents took me home but before I knew it the whole neighborhood now knows me as the random girl that shat the highway. My parents never took me on a road trip again as they were traumatized as to what happened.